Hello again, I'm Brett Newton. I'm a composer, orchestrator, and author, and I'm here with another great work for wind band. Now, it is story time because the more I read into this piece, the better the story becomes. So, first off, I'm going to tell you the story of how I discovered this piece yesterday. Uh, and this is a bizarre set of circumstances. So I'm driving to a gig yesterday morning, and I've got Sirius XM in my new car, and they're playing Baroque and Beyond. And yesterday they're celebrating the birth of Johann Friedrich Fasch, who's born in 1688, right around this time, April, middle of April sometime. Fasch is a contemporary of Bach, Handel, and Telemann. They're all born around 1685 to 1688. And anyway, so they're playing this piece of music, and it's a piece I've never heard before. It is a concerto for 3 wind choirs. What? 3 bands put together on one stage. I've never heard of this piece before. It's for 3 oboes, 3 bassoons, 3 trumpets, and timpani, times 3. So really, it's 9 oboes, 9 bassoons, 9 trumpets, and 3 sets of timpani. It's a great work. I've never heard it before. It's really comparable to Handel's music for the Royal Fireworks. So they play this piece on the radio, and I'm like, man, this is great. I'm going to have to do a Great Works for Wind Band on this. Then they finish up the program, and then a new program comes on with a new host who has a completely new playlist, and he says, it's Fasch's birthday. We're going to play, you guessed it, now 5 minutes later, they played the exact same piece again on the radio, the concerto for 3 wind choirs. So I get to hear it again. It's like, well, this is kind of destined to be. So I start reading up on the piece so I can talk about it a little bit more. Oh man, this gets juicy. So Fasch, like I said, is a contemporary of Bach. In 1722, Fasch is up for the job at the Thomaskirche in Leipzig as the choir director, the organist. He doesn't win. Bach does. And Fasch is like, yeah, okay, Bach wins, yeah. And Bach says, yeah, but Fasch, he knows what he's doing. He's a good guy. So, this tells you kind of the level we're at with Fasch. It's a composer we don't really talk a lot about. Now, this piece is written in 1744, and it's written for the marriage of a really unknown German princess to a Russian prince who doesn't actually speak Russian because he's from Prussia, because Russia, Prussia, and so I had to write these names down or else I'd forget them. The princess, this is where it becomes really interesting, is Sophie of Anhalt-Zerbst. That's a name that just rolls right off the tongue. Well, Sophie does not like her new husband at all. He's pasty and he's drunk and he's an idiot. He's also going to be the Tsar of Russia. And he doesn't speak Russian. Sophie learns Russian. She spends night and day learning Russian. She doesn't keep the name Sophie, though. She goes by Catherine, as in Catherine the Great. So we've got this unusual piece, really unknown piece of Fasch that is, lo and behold, the wedding music for Catherine the Great and her husband, Peter the Second, Third, whatever, Peter the Doofus, who ends up getting strangled by a scarf after his wife deposes him off the throne and takes over the country. Gotta love it. But yeah, this piece is, man, bands need to be programming this piece, and just, you gotta have the story with it and present it. It's like, this is the wedding music for the most dysfunctional marriage in history. In fact, I think Hulu has a show on the dysfunctional nature of this actual marriage. And here we have the wedding music for their nuptials, and it's pompous, it's over the top, it's everything you want a Baroque wind band piece to be. It's the Johann Friedrich Fasch Concerto in D for 3 wind choirs. Now, of course, some musicologist has gone through and given a number system to all of Fasch's works, and they give it a code, which is FWV LD13. And I assume that FWV is Fasch Werks Verzeichnis, which means Fasch's complete works. And so it's a catalog, FWV LD13, the concerto for 3 wind choirs. So I'm going to put a link down below. The link is just going to be to the first movement, and then on that same channel you should be able to find the other movements. It's not an easy piece to find. So go listen to the Fasch Concerto for 3 wind choirs. Another great wind band piece. Until next time.